Hi everyone, it's Rory here and we're back again. We're going to be doing another city, and this time round we're going to go a little bit further than Manchester this time, and we're going to head over to Liverpool. So come on the train with me and let's have a good time. Now, Liverpool is one of the cities on the sort of northwest coast. It's only about an hour's drive away from Manchester, and it has a big history of music and culture. Some of the most famous artists to come out of Liverpool have been Cilla Black, the Beatles, and Rebecca Ferguson, all of these sorts of people. So, yeah, of course it would make a lot of sense if Liverpool got to host Eurovision here, obviously. It's such a vibrant city filled with culture. I mean, how could you not say no to a good time like that? I'm now at the city's iconic Pier head seafront, and it has so many of the sort of iconic landmarks that you would imagine Liverpool to have. It has the Liver building, it has the Beatles Museum, it has the City Hall as well, and it's right across from literally facing the Mersey estuary, which is the river that flows through Liverpool. Of course, on the other side of it, you have what's called the Wirral, which is a peninsula that is based basically on the other side of the river, and it has a host of other different towns on it as well, such as Birkenhead and West Kirby Beach as well, which is a fantastic beach. I would recommend that you go to it at some point. And you can even get a ferry right across the river. So, and of course, given its iconic location, of course it'll be used as a port, which is part of the reason of its history. So it's definitely a good place to check out if you want to have a little bit of culture. And of course, it can't be a port without a massive cruise ship that's deciding to pile on too. Now, what's interesting about this is that the seafront is, of course, a incredibly historic area, which is why the city's sort of seafront has been sort of designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site until recently, because with the extensive amount of development that's been going on around the city, this actually has lost its status, which is mental. But of course, it's kind of nice when you get to see like the kind of the controversy of it. But if you carry on walking down the seafront, you might be able to find something a little bit more Eurovision connected. So here I am. This is the M&S Bank Arena, which would be the host venue if Liverpool got to host Eurovision 2023. It has a seating capacity of around 11,000 people, which is just above the EBU's requirements. However, maybe once you take out the sort of seats that are required to build a stage and potentially the green room, that might sort of factor into maybe the final decision of what the actual host city could be. Now, what's interesting about the M&S Bank Arena is that it's only half of this entire building. This half in general is actually just a auditorium. Now, this could actually be the perfect venue for, say, the press centre, because, I mean, given that it's literally connected to the arena, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Also, we've decided if they wanted to have an outside green room space compared to how we have had in Eurovision 2013, for example, that might also be a very innovative idea, potentially. If not, there is also an exhibition space which is just behind here. So potentially we've got a lot of different options to kind of go into here. Also, I mean, around here is an entire sort of space towards a outside area. And of course, given how the dock is so widespread with the seafront, I don't see why we wouldn't be able to have some sort of Eurovillage in this area. Of course, this all comes down to logistics, so we'll see what sort of Liverpool's final bid looks like. Now, just like Manchester and Glasgow, Liverpool is absolutely fanatic when it comes to football, and rightfully so. I mean, like, they've got a massive football following here, and it's one of the best cities in the world, I guess, for football. But of course, just like Manchester and Glasgow, there's two different teams that you can go for. So you can go for Liverpool Football Club, or you can go to Goodison Park, which is where Everton is. Now, these two football clubs are not even that far away from each other. They're only about like a 10-minute walk, but the rivalry is very strong between them. With saying that though, really, Merseyside, which is where Liverpool is, just all decides to come together when it comes to the great sport of football. I wish I just could do that, because I just am not a football fan at all. Well, as the sun starts to go down here in Liverpool, in Everton Park, this is kind of where we kind of have to leave it. Obviously we won't really know until at the very least maybe October or November, given the certain circumstances with the Queen, and of course everyone at that Eurovision site wants to pay tribute, of course, to the Queen. But of course now with that information, things could be obviously a bit delayed, so we won't really know if and when Liverpool might get selected as the Eurovision host for 2023. But in the meantime, please do let us know what you think of the city. Do you think that Liverpool could end up hosting the contest? Do you think it could be someone else? Of course, we're also on our mission to try and cover as many of these cities as possible. So of course, keep an eye out on our, socials and everything like that, so you get notified for when the next trip for the next city is. Of course, please do continue to follow us on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok at that Euro site. And I guess I have to kind of catch my last train back from Liverpool to Manchester. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have fun.